Good evening, everybody. Oh, I forgot the light. I'll be back. Okay, I don't know where. Okay, everybody, as you can see, I'm setting up the studio lighting, which was disconnected. Actually, the RoboVac knocked it over. There we go. Okay. And we are almost ready to go. Yes, this is Gracie. Everybody, please introduce yourself and tell us where you are calling in from. We're going to get started in a couple minutes here. Megan and Oscar are just in the other room finishing up the Chinese food. I'm also going to grab my glass of water. Okay, we have started. We are live. Look at those. Okay, we're totally organized, structured. Well, this is pre-Q&A, so we can be like this. All right, folks, where are you from? Let's see. Oh, big crowd joining already. Reading Pennsylvania. And Kevin and Mary, how are you guys? We are 45 days away from meeting you guys finally. And Joyce, how are you, Joyce? Nottingham. Is that Nottingham, Great Britain? No, New Hampshire. Can we just have someone from Great Britain order one of our tours today? Gary and Lynn from Ohio. Howdy from Texas. Howdy back. Hey, Melanie Walton. Oscar, say hi to Melanie. Okay. It's been weird. You know, the people that don't know us must really wonder, what are these guys doing?
It's okay. It's part of the,
People that know us understand.
No need to understand. Just go with the flow. That's what it's Panama about. Is it?
Hey, David. Hello from, we're not sure where David's from. Tim and Belinda are back. Yes. You're coming here in March, aren't you? More Houstons. South Dakota, right?
Melanie.
Hello, Melanie. Ontario. Well, maybe there's no, there's hardly any Canadians on here. Where are the Canadians?
Huh?
Where are all the Canadians? Oscar's popping his head in. Yeah.
Today we just finished a very nice tour.
Yes, that's why we're kind of giddy.
No, actually, it's we always miss our people. We're always happy when some of the folks come sooner, and yeah, it's a nice bond for a week. Seriously, it's a nice bond.
We have a few announcements today, but we're getting started. We have Megan here. Oscar and I usually don't sit this far apart from each other.
Oh, we usually on his lap.
Yeah, that's not happening. Hey, Carter from Las Tablas. Oscar, we got to meet Carter sometime. He's been a long follower. He lives in Las Tablas. Let's meet him sometime.
Hey, what about we go come and join us? We'll meet us in Chitre.
Yeah, do you want to come out to Chitre and one of our meet our groups, Carter? Now we haven't. We do have to, like kind of meet Carter first.
We do have to meet Carter. Fine. He's on here every Thursday.
That's all I need to know.
That's right. He is a follower. Okay, it is 7:01. That means we're almost ready to go.
Rod, I really load your coffee mugs. It's
I-
so
coffee
They're
mugs.
from
so in a good Panamanian word, yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
first time
Look at those. This
I
is
had
like a
four
hybrid
matching
beer.
coffee mugs because I usually break them. It's like having four matching wine glasses. I don't have that because they just break all the time.
Hey, well, we bought you a matching set.
All right, everyone's just coming on like crazy
We got
here.
some Pennsylvanians on.
Melanie,
Yeah.
thanks a lot to you, Megan.
Hey, Melanie. She's given us so much love on social media.
Yes.
We appreciate
We appreciate
you.
your love, Melanie. Also, Margaret.
And Melanie was on a tour, and she's
Yeah.
gonna move here. We know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's moving.
Not
The whole
not
market.
a month yet.
Is Margaret watching us tonight? Because she's also.
Oh, Margaret's here too.
Is she?
Yeah.
Missed that.
Jim the Skinny, how are you?
Jim.
Oh, they're actually in Boquete.
Awesome. So many familiar names.
Where Nancy's here.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's just
Well,
hey,
see
Margaret.
You Margaret too. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see you
Okay.
guys in town. We'll see you soon.
We are coming on. Welcome to all our Facebook and YouTube folks who join us every single week religiously. We got a big crowd of YouTube fans. That's why people subscribe to YouTube so they can get notifications and automatically join these streams. So we should begin to introduce ourselves because of the YouTube and Facebook people, some of them don't know who the heck we are.
Yeah. Ladies first, as always.
Let's tell them.
Me
And I'm
first.
going to bring up
Alrighty.
something's different.
You guys,
Go ahead,
most of you, the familiar names, have heard our stories before, so we'll be brief. We are Retiring Panama Tours and Panama Expat Service. And I'm Megan. I'm our operations director. I'm originally from Pennsylvania, went to Penn State University, and then went into the Peace Corps and found myself here in Panama, even though I said I would go anywhere in the world. Got lucky enough to be placed here and met my husband Oscar about a year into my service. And by the end of this year, I said, I love Panama. I love this guy. Let me see how this goes. And Rod and Oscar were just really getting going with Retiring Panama Tours, even though they had been doing a lot of other sorts of offerings together before that. And so I started doing the tours with Oscar and got to learn a lot in the Peace Corps about culture, Spanish language, doing tours. I learned wow, there's this whole other side of Panama that is these expat communities and these North Americans that come and live out their retirement dream here. So now I do most of the operations for the tour because we have a 2.5-year-old here in Boquete. And it keeps me at home more. But I help all of our clients get ready for the tour, ready for their visit. And then anybody who decides to move here, support them with their move. And love to meet anybody when they're here in Boquete area.
Cool. Is it my turn?
Yep.
Sure.
Okay, my name is Rod, and I was born at a very, very young age. Oh, you don't want the whole story. Okay, short story. Short story. 2 minutes. 1 minute. I was 47 years old. I was living in Canada. I was self-employed, and I said, hey, why not move somewhere, save money on taxes, and enjoy the nice weather all year round. I ended up in Panama and thought all was good, but I did it the hard way. I did it without knowing anyone, without any help, and I got in trouble. And the guy sitting to my left over here, way over there, saved me. At that time, that's now
2012.
yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm trying to think the number of years.
13 years
13
ago.
years ago,
Yeah.
Oscar was already here in Panama helping expats move here. So he saved my butt and got me on the right track, and we became business partners, and we've been helping people move here for a long time now. So I love Panama. It has never been an option for me, or I shouldn't say an option. It's never been a want for me to move back to Canada. Love it here. Love my life. I enjoy what I do, helping people move here the right way with the assistance that you should have, the professional assistance. So, so that's what I do. See, it was the short version today.
Yeah. Well, everybody, first of all, thank you so much, all of you, to join us on all the platforms and our be witness of this fun Q&A. My name is Oscar Peña, originally from Cali, Colombia. Been here in Panama since August 12th of 2009.
Yes.
No, 9.
Yeah.
6. What?
I know. It's 16 years.
16
Years.
years.
How long-
16
how
years and a
long
half
ago
ago.
is that?
It's gonna be this August will be 17 years. So yeah, it's over. Yeah, it's been
Wow.
a while. But I got here and I came from Costa Rica. I studied tourism and hotel management in Colombia. Moved to Costa Rica in 2006. Got a full experience working in small luxury hotels in the area of San Antonio. Got to work a lot with North American customers. Learned, did attendance seminars of hospitality, customer service, and I just felt that this was my passion ever since I was starting. So I love them. I'm part of the operations, and I make sure that everyone in the tour it goes safe, mainly, they're comfortable, and just could be like a bridge in between the two cultures because I have family now from North America. My wife, my beautiful wife, my son, my kids, and all the family I have back home in the States. So that's a beautiful thing for me, and I'm very attached to Panama. Also very attached to Colombia, so it's a beautiful synergy that I have to share. All the things that make sure that everyone understands the reality of Panama, what it is to live in Panama, making sure the expectations, because Panama has its own entity. And very happy, very proud to our family business, and we are the real retirement plan.
Right on.
Always got to include
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Check it out, guys. Not sure if you know Mark and
Mark and
Monica.
Monica.
30 days from arriving for Tennessee.
Woohoo! Long time planning.
Yeah.
And Oscar Jose is from Bogota. Maybe he wants to move here. So
Nice.
he ask your questions.
We'll say.
Before we get into the Q&A, guys, and questions, there are 2 ways you can ask your questions. You just type it in the chat. Start typing right now. Type any question you want, anything relative to moving to Panama, or type the word live, Live, and we'll bring you into the studio with you.
Do you want
First
to-
of all, we have,
do you mean to keep that on the screen? Or you want
yes.
to- Okay.
First of all, we have our updated Q&A schedule announcement. I'm going to make this so you guys can actually see it. So we don't typically just do a general Q&A every month, although in this last month, there's so many questions and we're getting them by email. We just did some general Q&As. But this is the Q&A schedule, which will be released in our Sunday email. If you're not on our newsletter, go to retireinpanamatours.com and get on it. It will be released how you can bookmark and get the links for all these Q&As. So this is today, obviously. Next week, we're doing a healthcare and health insurance options in Panama Q&A, where we will have a specialist in this area talking to you specifically about all your different healthcare options. The week after, we're shipping your belongings. So we're going to have a company that manages door-to-door shipment. They'll come to your house. They'll pack the stuff if you want and unpack it in Panama, or as much service as you need. And we'll have another company that has a more do-it-yourself thing that you get the stuff to Florida and they handle it from there. Very affordable to ship a pallet or 2. The week after, we are having Talking with Your Doctor in Panama. That should really say in Panama. I apologize. We have a very popular Panamanian doctor and GP who is educated in North America, and she is going to be answering all your doctor-related questions in Panama.
Yeah, she's so knowledgeable. That's going to be a great one.
Yeah,
She's a very great person.
That it could get full. You're going to want to be on that one. Then we have our once again. It's a month later. We're going to have a general Q&A. Then we're moving into our twice annual pet relocation. We're going to tell you how to get your pets here in many options by doing it yourself, by bringing in cabin, bringing in cargo, or flying them in a private jet. Then we're going to meet expats all over Cherokee Province, and we'll be bringing them on a screen, different places that they live that you can talk to. And on the 17th, who put that in? I don't know what that is. What is that?
Special announcement.
Oh,
What
we
could-
might have a special announcement.
Yeah, well, we gotta wait. We gotta wait for that.
Oh,
That's
we
April
might.
17th. Okay. And then on the 24th, we're gonna meet the expats of all our friends and that live in the beaches area that want to talk to you. So that, my folks, is our update on the Q&As. You asked for them, we're bringing them. And also, one of our most popular tours, which consistently is selling out, is our 3-day Cherokee Highlands tour. We have a whopping backup list. So this is the official announcement. I just put the link up 3 hours ago, and we've already sold 4 places on this tour. So it's the 3-day Cherokee Island tours. It's 5 days, including arrival day and departure day. And we go through Boquete, Volcan, David, and every single place in between. We launched a new tour in June, folks. So we've been sold out. August is almost sold out. April sold out. It's not going anywhere. There's not going to be any openings because we're that close. So we have a new tour, June 29th. So if you want to come on a Cherokee Highlands tour, just wait a couple months, come in June with us, and we'll be happy to show you around.
Those have become so popular, and they're so fun for us.
Well, they are, and they're very affordable. Think of folks. Like, what can you get? You can, I'm trying to scroll there. Let's look at the price. Single folks. There we go. It's $1,200. So that includes 4 nights accommodation, most of your meals, transport across the entire, like we do hundreds of kilometers. Like 700, 800, all over the place. We sit down in a meeting setting for half a day and meet lawyers and health insurance people, rentals experts. We talk about banking. We do everything we do on a 7-day tour, but we just focus on the province of Cherokee. Oscar, you even take them to the beach, don't you?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we do.
We go the first day actually to Barqueta Beach, which is south of David.
We actually have beaches in Cherokee.
We have beautiful beaches all over Cherokee. But happens to be Barqueta is one of the most famous, and so is Las Lajas. But we go to Barqueta on this one.
So it is like less than half the price, about half the price than a 7-day tour, but you get all the value. But if you've already decided you want a cooler climate, or maybe you've taken a different tour, maybe you come here and check it out yourself, and Cherokee Province is the place for you, this is the tour for you.
No, just to point out, one of the most beautiful things about this is you still get this thing, hold your back after the process.
Yeah, you get the same thing you get in the 7-day tour. We work with you. We just set it up today. One of our January gals, she's so excited about moving here, and I said, hey, let me get with Megan and Oscar. We're gonna set up a one-on-one video call with you to build your chest.
Yeah, just today I did too. We had a guest that came on tour with us 2 years ago, and she texted me and said, I'm moving in April, I think April. And she said, I need to know about cell phones. I need to know about mail redirection. I said, let's just get us on a call. So we set up an hour call to go over. She didn't even know what questions to ask yet. And that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Make sure you're ready.
Better than a Facebook group.
Yeah. And that kind of support is stuff that we don't charge for people that came on tour with us.
Okay. So let's start getting into questions. Guys, that was the longest introduction we've done. So Ronald Melton, I want to tell anyone who's thinking of exploring Panama, they should use Rod, Oscar, and Megan. I did not sue them. Well, thank you for not suing us. But, wait, I think you meant use them. But many people who did, they would have saved thousands of dollars. Well, thank you, Ronald.
Actually, I met Ronald today at the price farm.
Okay.
Yeah. Ronald has been here for class. Thanks, Ronald, for coming. Actually, that's fine today.
And thank you for not suing us, Ronald. One notice is your next question. I did not use them, not suing.
Just to a point of attracting good people to Panama, that is also it's at the top of our intentions too, because we do want to create good community here. People that are going to give back and be kind and be good influences.
Yeah, by the way, Ronald has been here for 14 years in Panama, and he's very happy.
And a big part of that is just
Yeah.
understanding the culture when you come here and being
Yeah.
ready to embrace it.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Now, with the fun we have, can you imagine the fun you have in a weekend?
I know.
Tour, Oscar. Jeez.
I mean, yeah, sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to let go.
Okay. Mark and Monica ask, after getting your driver's license authenticated at the U.S. Embassy, is there something that needs to be done at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs? Can both be accomplished the same day? And who is Rod Taylor? Maybe that's space. I know. I think we're communicating. Come on, it's Rod Laramie Taylor. That's my full name, guys. So I just on some social media profiles, I use my mother's maiden name, which is part of my name, and on others I use my dad's.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yeah, Mark. No, Ministry of Foreign Affairs is unlike the name says, it's nothing to do with foreign countries. It's all, there's no English, it's all Spanish. Most people can't do that themselves, and it's also a 3-day wait. If you coordinate the appointments for the same day, like your embassy appointment and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs appointment, yes, you can get it done the same day. But typically, most people are
It's
going
a bit of running around because then you have to go to the bank and back. And sometimes there can be a wait. So it could be anywhere from 1 to 3 days. And it's really for somebody who doesn't speak Spanish.
Oh, no, you don't want to be. I wouldn't. I've been here 13 years. I wouldn't go to Foreign Affairs by myself.
Right. So it's best if you're already working with the immigration lawyer, they can send somebody to help you with this. Or if they are not available or you need another referral, there are plenty of facilitators in Panama City that can help you get this done.
Definitely.
And it's worth the money.
Rod Taylor says so.
Yeah, you don't have to wait for hours in Foreign Affairs for a stamp. And
okay. David, I'd like to know how difficult it is to get Amazon deliveries to Boquete, and I picked up 4 of them today. I'm an Amazon shopaholic.
Shopaholic.
But some of them were just like little things like that.
Yeah. That's what you want to order.
Yeah, you want to order the little thing.
Pay on the wait to get it
or the
from
new,
Miami to Panama.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not difficult. It's very easy, but it's not free like it is in the States. You know, that Prime that you get in the States, you won't get that here. It will get it to your Miami address, which is where your freight forwarders will be. And then you'll pay on the weight of that item to get it from Miami to Panama. And it varies, but somewhere from $3 to $5 a pound.
There's the thing. I use Mailbox, etc. A lot of people say why. Today a lot of you people that follow us, you understand that, though you don't understand why I use Mailbox. These are 2 shipments I received today. This one here cost me $1.10. This cost $1.35. It was actually in a box, but it only weighed 120 grams, and this weighed 90 grams. So when you use Mailbox, you can get a plan with them that you pay 1.1 cents per gram at the end of the month. If you use other companies, you're going to pay $4 or $5 for each shipment. But it makes sense when you're dealing bigger things, when you bring in a box in like this, then you got to consider. So we have multiple mail services that we use.
Each one has
I picked up today at both places. So I ship based on who's going to give me like what their model is and
is it by gram? Is it by pound? Is it by weight? Is it by volume?
Yeah, exactly.
Sea freight, air freight.
So I picked up our pens.
All of those.
We ordered 200 pens, and you can imagine that's more than a pound. So I shipped those by Servitechnics here in Boquete because they have a great base rate of $4 a pound.
Yep.
Okay. Next question is, do they recognize service dogs in Panama? Not by law. On airplanes, no. No, they recognize, they recognize, sorry, I shouldn't say that. Yes, they recognize service dog based on U.S. paperwork, not emotionally support dogs. But restaurants are basically, they allow dogs or don't allow dogs.
Yeah.
It's about 50-50.
Yeah. It's a very personal opinion of the owner of the restaurant.
And I would just preface that by saying, like, Panama is very lax on regulation. So it's if you can be nice and explain your situation, most people would probably be okay
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, the only I was saying of tourists is all about attitude and how you approach the situation, and it's about personal. It's very personal. So all you have to do is explain yourself and be kind, show kindness, show respect, and if, in the end, if they say no, but at least you try.
Yeah.
Now, domestic airlines like Copa Air, we have Copa Airlines and Air Panama. Now, I've had quite a bit of experience in moving pets here. We're doing a pet relocation, complete thing within a month here. And Copa Airlines, if you talk to them and have your proper U.S. service dog paperwork, will allow you to fly domestically with your dog. Air Panama does not understand that. Not only they have much smaller planes, too.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no room for a dog down at your feet. So Air Panama isn't as friendly towards service dogs domestically as Copa is. Mhm.
Yeah, but if you're in Panama, you can always hire a private charter. It's not that expensive.
Yeah, the driver cross.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there we go. Is it cheaper to bring your own car from the U.S. or to purchase a car in Panama?
It all depends of the car do you have, the model, the brand. It's all relative. So this tour actually very important. This tour, Jim and Sue, they have Jim inherited from his mom a Grand Vitara V6. It was 2009, but it only had like 45,000 miles, very low mileage, and it's a V6. It's a Japanese car. And I asked him, can you find parts in the US? And he said, yes, you can bring it because that type of car doesn't exist here. However, suspension, everything, there's good mechanics here can work on that car. And as long as he can find parts in the US, he can just ship it from the US, no problem. That's some of the situations. But if you are gonna bring here something very unknown for suspension, or you cannot find the parts, they'll be more complicated. Also, if you have for a new car, you see a guarantee in the US or Canada, yeah, don't bring it because you're gonna lose your guarantee unless you're full aware of that.
Warranty. Yeah.
Uh-huh. So keep in mind that there's also the gasoline here is a little different in North America. So our premium gasoline probably matching your regular,
Yeah,
maybe
matches the medium.
matching the mediums, yeah. But that keeps moving. I thought you.
I just moved it.
And
Yeah,
I got to
you
find a
made
better
the screen
mount for the
more.
camera.
Yeah. We have to
That's
get it.
better.
And
So-
yes, my wall is going to be designed for next week, I think.
So it's all relative. So send us an email. What is your vehicle? What's the model? If you bring in a Ford Mustang Eleanor 500 GTO,
Yes.
please
And Oscar wants to drive
bring it.
it.
In
Please.
most cases, if you're flexible, it's
Do the favor.
probably more affordable and easier to sell your car in
And
the
buy
US
here.
and buy here.
Don't forget, guys, with the economy here, we don't manufacture cars. The dealerships do not pay duties on the cars they bring in.
Mhm.
An individual will pay duty because they're protecting the local dealerships. But a dealership itself, ordering a car from the US or like a Chevy or Dodge or Hyundai or Japanese Suzuki or something like that, doesn't have to pay duties. So honestly, our car prices are very fair here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next question is, refresh from my memory. I cannot work locally in Panama on the pensionado, but if I do find a teaching position, can I change? There's no changing a visa. You need to renounce one and then get the other one.
Do a
It's
whole
complicated
more
and
application.
expensive.
Yeah.
You got to start the whole process over again.
However,
Mhm.
you're free to teach online
Yeah.
in another
Well,
country.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can teach online. Maybe your ESL, you can teach Chinese kids. I actually know
Or-
someone who teaches
Yeah,
Chinese.
me too.
Or
yeah.
you're
We're
free
probably-
to volunteer teaching throughout
Volunteer.
Panama.
That too. Any volunteer work you don't need,
Yeah, you can volunteer.
you're free.
But really, if you're looking for, if you're it's hard to get a job here if you're above retirement age. And in Panama, that's currently 57 for women, 62 for men. They don't even look at you. They say, why would you want to work? Like you're retired, you're a jubilado. Why would you want to work? So it's very hard to get any job, even if you could. And 99% of jobs, don't forget, require Spanish. And even if you're teaching in a private English school, knowing some Spanish for your lunchroom conversations might be a good idea. So, okay, let me get rid of this. Well, I should bring this one up. Oh, there's 2 questions the same. Yes, Joyce, I did switch you guys to the new June Highlands tour, which is now almost half sold out. Okay.
Nice.
That was quick.
Crazy. Taking okay. Looking forward. Oh yeah, to you talking with your Panama doctor. Yeah, that's going to be a great talk. Dr.
Something we've
Shannon's
been trying to
amazing.
organize for months.
Yeah, exactly.
I see Dr. Shannon.
Busy, we're busy.
Yeah, I know. Dr. Shannon, I see her. I just thinking I see Dr. Shannon like a rock star. I said, hi, Dr. Shannon.
She does so many talks in
Big
local
fan.
town to
Big
Expat
fan.
communities.
We're bringing back Talking with Your Doctor, the radio show she had
Yeah.
for a while, and we're going to do it.
That's right.
Yeah.
She approved that title today. Good, John. Oh man, I am so sorry. I don't know why they're showing up more than once, guys. It's not me. Swear to God. Okay,
There. Oh.
read that one.
There we go.
I'm gonna clear
Randy.
this up.
My parents are retired, but we're all thinking of heading down. Do you work with families at all, or should be just piggyback off the grandparents? We're a family of 4 from Ontario.
No, we're definitely.
Maybe all come for sure.
Yeah.
We often have
Yeah.
people with their kids on the same
Yeah.
tour.
And now Megan and I were raising kids here, so.
Like of all the relocation tours, if you're raising kids, this is the best one. Look who you got. And you got me to deal with your parents. I can deal with the people in their 60s.
Yeah. Actually, we have a 2.5-year-old and
That's right.
and a 12-year-old. My stepson is 12 and he's in the private school here. Whereas Noah, our 2.5-year-old, we couldn't find any really great options for him as far as childcare and getting him involved with other kids. So I started a parents co-op group and we hired a teacher, and we are actually now formalizing that into a sort of like Montessori school and encouraging these 2 amazing Panamanian girls, their teachers, that are so good with the kids to start this as a real business, because there's so much demand in the community, and we can't even support all of the demand in the way we're doing now because we're just hosting at parents' houses. So we're super involved in the family community here in Boquete and in Panama. And so if you want to come with us, it's a little bit more complicated immigration side of things, but there are definitely options for you.
Yeah, there is always options.
Okay.
Especially with independence.
Gary and Lana say, we're very happy that Megan got us connected with the law firm in Boquete. We are well along our way to getting the permanent visa.
They're in Boquete and Panama City and the best.
And by the way, guys, for those of you who don't know us, I apologize. I just put our website into the chat. You can contact us. You can check under other. There is everything from legal, like getting you set up with a lawyer, helping moving, getting your pets, buying a car. There's all those options in there. So you can check it out. Okay. Glenn says, I'm turning 74 years young and my wife is 65. We're both in good health. We're probably too old to consider uprooting and moving to Panama.
What?
But we're getting what?
Too old.
We've had 86-year-old people on our tour. Often, always people in their mid 70s. Always.
I just had a lady 93 email us today. She's like, "Can I move there?"
Yeah.
No, I mean the majority of people on our tours are 60s and 70s, right?
If you're healthy, guys, don't write it off. And this is not a sales pitch, okay? I just see the joy in some of the people's. Like every time I bump into Federico, every time I bump into these older folks that we love so dearly that came on our tour at one time and that decided to move here, I just see the joy in it. And, doesn't matter if it's for 10 or 20 years. Like,
The only concern that our 74-ish-year-old people have is the health insurance,
Yeah.
because
Mhm.
international or big private health insurance, you do have to get in before 75 here. But come on our Q&A next week and we can talk
come
more
on the
about that.
healthcare Q&A. See if what is available to you is comfortable enough for you, and then hey, what the heck? Ron says never too old, Glenn. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Ron.
Yep.
Okay, let's go over the process to open a bank account. Now, you may read different things on the internet, but we are going to tell you the process that's instructed by the governor of banking. I think it's right that we tell you the legal process, as though you don't come back a year from now, hey, Oscar, Rod, and Megan told us we could open up a bank account like this and our funds got frozen. That's never going to happen, folks. We're going to tell you the legal process. The governor of banking says 2 important things. You must be physically here in Panama, and you must be in the process of residency. So once you have that, you don't have to have your residency visa card yet. You need a letter from your lawyer saying that, hey, James Swanson is in the process of residency. Then they're going to ask for some basic stuff. Bring with you a bank reference letter from your home bank. That all that has to say on bank letterhead is James Swanson has banked with us for the last 10 years and has millions of dollars in his accounts. Or it can say, sorry, it doesn't
or
say
a
that.
few dollars.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't have to say the dollar amount.
It doesn't say. He has banked with us for 10 years and has a checking account in good standing. So that's a bank reference letter. They're going to want proof of income. If you're not a pensioner, so your pension letter won't work, just bring the last 2 years of your tax returns. Don't worry, for privacy, no one's going to read them. They just file them. They just look at the bottom. Oh, you have income? Perfect. In Panama, good income is $12,000 a year. So it doesn't have to be a big income. And then they're going to they might ask for a reference, a commercial and personal reference. Commercial reference would be your lawyer. Personal reference can be basically anyone you met on the street or your lawyer's receptionist, basically.
Anyone you know in Panama.
Yeah.
We write them for people that come on our tour, of course, because we met them and spent time with them. And some banks vary in what they ask for a initial deposit. Some want 100, some want 1,500. They always want it in cash. It's not a payment, it's a deposit. You can take the money out the next day. So that's what it is. It will take, it's not like a U.S. citizen going into a U.S. bank. It's like a foreigner going into a U.S. bank. You're not going to walk out of there with your bank cards that day. There's an approval process. It's going to take a day or two. If you're in a city, it could be a week or two if you're out in the country somewhere. Mm-hmm. Did I miss anything?
That was good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Let's do the next one.
I was in PTY last week. For those who don't know, PTY is Panama City. It's also the code for our international airport, Tocumen. Did not know about your company. No, and I would have contacted you. Apart from the tours that you offer that are mostly sold out for upcoming months, is there any way I can get around with your assistance, see living options, let's say in Coronado, looking at the Pensionado visa?
Oscar, answer that one in Spanish. No, just kidding. In Colombia.
That's right.
This is the Colombian guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, Colombia.
mi hermano, No, yeah. I mean, you can always have our assistance. Just reach out to us directly. You can reach out to me directly. And yeah, I mean, more than happy to assist you. We connect you with people, lawyers, and I can connect you with reliable people in Coronado if that's where you want to be. And depends on what your schedule, we can figure out something out if you want me to show you around.
Yeah. Because it's high season, we are super booked right now. But anytime we have somebody that needs connections, reliable connections in Panama City, beaches, places that are further away from us because we're Boquete based, we're more than happy to connect you because we don't want people going down the wrong path and getting jaded with bad connections here.
Yeah.
So we have amazing tour guides, rentals
Yeah.
agents, expats in those areas.
Ya,
That we can connect you
por
with.
cierto, José, mi familia procede ese mismo apellido por parte de mi papá, forero.
Ah, sí?
Sí.
Mira.
So from Bogota. My family is pretty sure from Bogota. So yeah, just please reach out to us, to me directly. More than happy.
Send us an email,
Yes.
and I'll just send you Oscar's WhatsApp
Yeah, please
number.
reach out to me. Reach out to me. I would like to get to know from you.
Yeah, or you can use our contact form right on our website, Jose. That will get you to us. Okay. I just lost the comments. Okay. I lost all the questions. No, just kidding. Okay.
John, help her habla español.
Okay,
John
this is where we
Helper.
left off. How difficult? Oh my God, you got to drive around the whole city and 6-lane roads.
No, he says
and-
in the USA.
Oh, how difficult is the driving test in the USA?
I think you're on the wrong.
Am I in the
Q&A.
wrong Q&A?
That was a YouTube comment.
Obviously, the
It's okay. Let's just assume you're asking Panama.
Yeah.
It's way easier here than it is in the US.
Yeah.
The Panama driving test, if you don't go the route of getting it authenticated at the embassy, you can do it just the good old fashioned way with the test in Panama. And what that means is that you have to do the extra 2 steps of taking a multiple choice test and doing a driving test. And it's literally just 3 parking maneuvers.
you don't leave the mall parking lot. You don't leave the lane.
Pull in forwards, pull in backwards,
Yeah.
parallel parking,
It's
don't hit a
ridiculous.
curb or a cone. And here you go. Here's your Panama driver's license. So it's pretty easy. And the multiple choice test, they do offer in English.
Hey Mark, how are you? I am diabetic. I am told I would not be able to get insurance if it was true. And do you know anything about the FMP? Mark, if you're diabetic taking insulin needles every day, yeah, your chances of getting health insurance outside of the U.S. is slim to none. This has nothing to do with Panama. These are not Panama companies. These are international health insurance companies that insure people all over the world outside of the U.S. But if you are excuse my total ignorance, Mark, because I get them type 1 and type 2 diabetes incorrect. So if you're diabetic with taking, controlled by pills, I know several people that have gotten insurance there. But if you're actually doing injectable insulin, no, the chances are you won't. Now the FMP program is pretty good. The doctor we're having on in 2 weeks. 3 weeks, provides FMP service in her clinic here in Boquete, and she'll tell you the other places throughout Panama that also provide that service. Okay. Frank, sounds like he's a retired veterinarian. What do you got to say to him? And we love it.
Well, you're one of them. Oh, a veterinarian.
Yeah.
Yes, your
Did I
dad.
volunteer?
not
Oh my
bad.
goodness. Yes.
Your skill is very well need, use, and
Yes.
value in Panama.
Yeah, so is it Amigos de Animales that puts on the
Yes. I
spay
spoke
and
to them
neuter
at the clinic on Tuesday. We had our group there and we were talking to our group. They spayed and neutered 35,000 animals last year. Now, I really, I'm pretty sure that number's right because I know they do like 2,500 a month at times.
I believe it.
Yeah.
And it's
So,
all volunteer work.
It's all
because
volunteers.
when I was
Panamanian, and yes, even though you are a foreigner, you can't work to get paid for it, you can volunteer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
completely. There's no regulation to this really.
Yeah, no.
But they do a great job. I mean, interesting story. When I was in the Peace Corps, one of these veterinarians who always volunteers at the Boquete clinics, we went out to a very rural community here in Cherokee, and me and another volunteer supported her to do a spay and neuter clinic in this small community. And we must have spayed and neutered about 20 cats and dogs in one day, just the 3 of us. And basically, we were just there to help hold the animals when she needed us to, hold tools that's here, take the ovaries, and she'd sew them up. And that's what they do. And there's no regulation, but there's a big need because unfortunately, dogs and cats aren't. It's not the same culture for it here, so they do just run the community, and if they're not spayed or neutered, then there's a lot of dogs and cats that aren't part of a family, aren't cared for. But it's getting way better now with the efforts of Amigos de Animales.
I'm looking forward to a
Let's just come on. Let's talk about
a volunteer dog groomer. Anyone want to come groom my dog?
Well, let's talk about
No, we're not going to bring that one up.
Come on, let's talk about the
I
supercar.
missed it.
Okay,
Let's just about the two supercar.
Steve Sausage too.
Well,
buy a supercar in
the
Panama.
supercar in
What's the biggest
Panama,
sausage
the only supercar I've seen it is a Lamborghini.
Okay,
And
next.
the biggest sausages I've seen probably was being in Colombia, in Cali, in a fast food truck.
They're probably blood sausage.
Has to be a plug for his.
Yeah,
YouTube
Oscar
channel.
has a lot of great things to say about the Boyo and what's all these Chinese cars?
Sorry,
14.
too.
Yeah, ask the
14.
question.
Well, okay. I have done my research.
They are pretty. I really like
Hey.
the inside of them.
BYD means
outside?
build your dream.
Mhm.
It has been upcoming good reviews in the Chinese market, and it's still very new. It's extremely new. They just show up last year in Panama, at least my knowledge. So I'm not saying it's a bad car. All I'm saying is, when you buy a car, regardless the country, regardless the procedure, you gotta find out, is they gonna have maintenance?
Yeah.
Can you get parts out of the dealership in the country you buy? Simple as that. If you cannot, in my humble opinion, I'll say do not buy. Brand new cars or unknown brands, if you don't have the support, if you don't have the commercialized parts worldwide, like Mazda, Toyota, Subaru, Kia, Hyundai, Mercedes, BMW, if it doesn't have that support,
And the
That's what I have
mechanics
to say.
that have not worked on these vehicles before.
again, I'm not saying it's a bad brand. It's just that's just my logic. My logic goes like
Time will tell, but
time
now
will tell,
maybe
but
not.
right now, so they look great. They look beautiful. They have some high tech, and they seem like they can. There's some pickup trucks the BYD have built. They come out with the Shark, and they even comes with a drone. This is
Why do you
fancy.
do that?
It's a freaking fancy.
I'm gonna get one.
Pardon me for my French, but the freaking fancy shit right there.
What a draw.
However, it's unknown. It's unknown. So
Okay,
it will work. It will look beautiful. It will be nice. But when anything goes off, what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
When is gonna happen?
Panama is a very small market. It's like introducing an entire automotive line to Rhode Island.
Yeah.
It's about the same size country and same
Yeah.
population, 4 million.
Another thing I want to say.
you
So
gotta be worried about that. after
Yeah.
support.
So another thing I'll say. So there is some other dealerships, Grupo Sílaba and Petro Autos, which they deal with the Honda, and Hyundai. And these two dealerships, big dealerships, they're promoting G-Tour and Jelly.
Jolly.
Now that's a whole different spectrum because you have the support of the big, well-known dealerships.
This is
Yeah.
you probably can't see it from your. This is Ian and Sue. Ian,
Oh.
yeah.
But anyway, so if you can afford it, get a Kia, get a Hyundai. I mean,
Oscar will
just-
be happy to help you.
yes.
Just reach out to us.
Wait 2
Especially if we
years
don't
on
charge
those
them
new
stuff.
models, like the Geely and stuff like that. Now, after 2 years, they've made partnerships with these big dealerships.
Yeah. Because sometimes some parts are the same vehicles, but that's why you have to find out.
Great question. We've avoided that. Danae, where can I find the tour information? I just posted it in the chat. Go there right now. Click on that link, and that shows you all the tours that we have. Can you answer this one as I'm cleaning up the chat?
Yeah, are there any hobby shops in David or Boquete? I have a lot of model cars that I will finally have time to work on.
Pretty big thing. I've never
For
seen a
model
train store, like train store, hobby shop, or just haven't seen a lot of
No,
that here.
you'd have to get super creative or ship stuff.
Online and ship it in.
Yeah.
So let us move.
Pretend we come in on pensionado visa and want to do charter fishing tours on a boat for cash.
I'm not going to tell you you can do it because it's it's illegal. It's like people moving to
And
the
you
country you're in and working illegally.
And also you put yourself in
the
a
locals
yeah.
away.
Yeah, but also you put yourself in a situation where somebody's gonna book you,
Mhm.
and then they might not show up, and you have everything. And
Yeah.
how are you gonna guarantee
It's
that?
not that. I mean, that's something where you are specifically taking jobs away from
Yeah.
locals,
Yeah.
and that's not going to fly under the radar. So
No, and it's
don't
not going to
recommend
fly good. Someone's going to report you in that marina,
Yeah.
or they're going to sink your boat.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
to be honest, we do everything up front and legal, guys. We know there are many North Americans here doing fishing charters,
No, but here's
but
the
they've
thing,
done it
You
legal.
can do it legally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
guys.
100%.
Here's the
If that's
thing.
your dream, do it.
And you can do this. I'm not saying you cannot. We're not saying that. The labor here is very affordable.
Yeah.
You can get your boat, get the license, get the corporation.
Well,
It's
get
not
a few
complicated.
employees.
Trust me, it's not complicated. You can own the company, you can run the company, and you can hire a well-trained Panamanian captain that has good reputation and run the boat. You just run the operations. It's really smooth. So it's possible. It is possible.
So it's possible, even
Yeah,
as
yeah.
a pensionado.
As pensioner, even if you're not resident, you can still do it.
There are many pensionados that own restaurants.
Yeah,
Own
Let's
businesses.
use that. What can they do
Exactly.
in a restaurant?
So
Yeah.
so don't so
Or
you can
even
do
for
it.
this type of business,
Yeah.
you hire the captain.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
hire the people that run the tours.
It
but
You run your website, you run the booking site
Yeah, yeah.
as the owner. You're not
Again,
working. You're not
exactly.
doing
You're
the
just
job of
managing.
Panamanian captain.
Mhm.
So you can't
So
own
you
a
still
company
manage
as
your
a
own business.
if
pensioner.
you're gonna do it, let us know where, because if you have experience, I'm sure you can make sure you have a run a very smooth operation. I can wait for my buddy John to get
Okay,
his fishing
there
boat.
we go.
Boca Chica.
With the next, okay,
Yeah.
I am
I
gonna
think we need to
put,
block him.
What happened? What was that comment? Let me see.
yeah,
We'll
you
tell you
can
later.
do that.
Sorry for anyone who had to
Okay,
read that.
we have a question. I don't like bringing it up. We don't like having politics. So the question, it's a great question, David. What are the frictions from the U.S. government like here, and how? And Oscar's going to answer this because he has had groups of people, several of them, over the last 2 months throughout Panama, at the canal, everywhere. Have you seen any animosity towards North Americans in Panama?
Zero.
That's your answer. And that's what we've seen. We've seen nothing reported.
Zero. Nada.
They might not like the person behind it, but they have nothing against the people.
Yeah. One thing is yes, different situations, but zero.
Okay. Is there a way to get the pensionado visa, retired entrepreneur who does not have a pension or annuity? Very simple answer, AD, no. You need a pension or annuity for life, and the annuity, it cannot be self-directed, meaning you can't create your own annuity from a bunch of money. It has to be like a life insurance company. So what immigration wants here, if they see a Social Security or Canada pension letter, they're fine. They know exactly what it is. If they see a fire department or a teacher pension, they know exactly what it is. If they see a Microsoft or Dell pension, they know what it is. But if they see ABC company in a pension, then you're going to need a letter from the CEO. They're going to need financials from that company, which they'll all provide you if they're public companies. And you'll need a letter stating that your pension is for life. So they don't care. They feel if you have tons of money, bring some of it to Panama and just bring $200,000, put it in the bank, and then you can have it. Hey, James, term deposits are all over the place, anywhere between 3.5 and 5.5, 5 3/4. I saw last week. So you got to shop around on your term deposits. And that's for 2 years. I normally do my comparisons.
You might block.
Did I miss one, Oscar?
Yeah, I blocked this one up there. Up. Go up one more. Right, dude.
Yeah, I just answered David.
Yeah.
What is the guy with the glasses on the left gay?
Me?
Very interesting. Bustin
I'm on the left.
Cider.
But I'm on the left.
Oscar. Yeah, do you want to wear my glasses? We got some interesting people on here tonight.
Even if it was, or he was. What would
Living
be the
in
issue?
Panama on a
maybe
pensionable visa.
great.
Is there a physical presence required in Panama? You must enter Panama once every 2 years as the basic law for all Panama visas. That's the answer. You're welcome, Glenn. Wonderful. Do they use stock dividends as income? Nope. You can have $100,000 a month in dividends and you won't get a pensionable visa with that. Jose, please click on the link in the chat and send us your contact information. What's good internet to use? Very, home. There's basically only two. There's Tigo and Mass Mobile.
Mass Mobile.
And it's going to depend on where you live.
Yeah,
Ask your neighbors.
Yeah, but the third option now is Starlink that we haven't found.
Yeah,
and
Starlink.
Yeah.
So it's basically related on the infrastructure, how old it is, but basically your neighbors can tell you that. 5 years, I'd like to get a passport. Okay, let's talk about passport. Hey, Stephen, after 5 years, I'd like to get a passport. Would it all be in Spanish? Yes. You're going to be interviewed by a judge. He's going to ask you questions in Spanish, and you're going to have to answer them. Is there fear that Panama will be getting so outrageously expensive? It's the same fear that people had 15 years ago, Stephen. Still hasn't happened. So, like that question, and I'm not being sarcastic or anything like that. We've been doing these Q&As for many years, and they keep asking that question, and rightfully so. It's a good research question. But no, it's not getting so expensive. In fact, real estate and rentals were more expensive when I got here in 2012 than they are now. So real estate goes up and down. It went down and it's going back up. So will there be another correction? We don't know. Crystal ball is not totally working. Okay, we got to get a few of these in. Oscar, I'm going to try to clean up some of these.
So you're part common in Panama, very common, especially the diesel. Not that many numbers of gasoline engine because the product of gasoline in North America is more common. In Panama, mostly are diesel. But very common, very reliable, very famous.
And grab that one too.
Can I import my Harley Davidson trike and get a motorcycle license?
Yes.
Yes, you can. And there are, if it's your baby and you know how to work on it, then you can get parts here or import it from the States. And yes.
Now, one thing about your license there, Mark, if you already have a motorcycle license, when you move to Panama, and if you go, I'm not sure if from the US or Canada, but if you go to your embassy, and they will authenticate your license with your motorcycle endorsement, you will automatically receive a Panama license with a motorcycle endorsement. So you're good to go. You can write the test here and do the motorcycle driving, but you don't need to. And I just want to make sure, because this question was asked in the last few seconds. Yes, as a pensionado, you can own a business, but you can't do the jobs of a Panamanian. So as Oscar said, your boat driver would have to be Panamanian. The people that came and cleaned your boat after the tour would be Panamanian. But you can work the booking site, you can collect, you can buy the food, you can do stuff.
They're saying, is it considered working?
Yeah.
Well, are you charging for it?
Yeah.
Then it's working.
Well, no, it's considered like it's not working. Are you taking the job of a Panamanian?
Right.
Then you need a work visa. If you're not taking the job of a Panamanian,
Are you creating jobs or are you taking jobs?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Dan, how's the housing market there? All over the map, just like almost anywhere else.
Well, it's nothing like the U.S. though.
No, it's not tied to the U.S. in any.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
we would say it's a buyer's market.
It's
not
definitely a
seller's
buyer's market. It's approximately a year and a few months on to sell right now.
Mhm.
It was 2 years, so it's getting a little bit better for the sellers, but still a buyer's market.
Mm-hmm.
Some great deals. I just saw a condo hit under $100,000 in Corona.
It has come up. It has come up.
I've seen that since I've been here.
Everything is negotiable here.
Everything is negotiable. So if you want to reach out, if you want to, you know what you want, but if you better off, better see the area, better see everything. If you're already here, you know what you want, reach out to us.
Yeah, make sure to get to know the market.
I
better.
know that.
That's for sure.
Okay. Good
Is
question.
November a good month to visit? Not really, unless you love to party.
Yeah. So wait. It's a good month depending what you want to experience.
Yeah.
It is a good month. It's a beautiful month because it's a lot of going on in November. So it's gonna be all over the place. You're gonna see a lot of the cities.
It's the end of rainy season, so it's still raining.
Yeah.
But there's so many holidays in November. It's the Patriots month. We have 2 Independence Days. We have Flag Day. We have all different sorts of days that probably wouldn't make sense translated into English.
But for my perspective, like if you want to see the real, like the festivities, the holidays, the Patriot month, it's the best month to come.
It's very fun. It's just not, you don't want to be driving around the country because you could hit
Just in some days.
some traffic jams depending on people leaving for vacation, or there's parades.
Yeah.
And you definitely don't want to do any sort of like office work immigration because most offices are closed at least a third of the month.
Okay, guys, before we get shut down, we're going to answer. We're going to do some rally stuff. Why are interest rates so high? Well, Shannon, you can't so high compared to what?
Right.
Don't compare them to the U.S. or Canada because there's nothing. We're a totally separate country. Our interest rates have been the same for the last 12 years. We have a healthy economy, and interest rates. If you pay 7% for a mortgage, that means you can earn 5% on your savings. So there's a big difference there. I'm going to answer a general question. What are the general politics? We are a centrist country overall. And we're definitely not Democrat or Republican. Those are U.S. terms, nothing to do with Panama politics.
Yeah.
But we are fairly centrist.
Definitely not Venezuela.
We are pro-business, pro-tourism, and pro the people.
Pro-people, yes.
Good question here. People don't understand building here. Oscar, go over what, cinder block, concrete, and steel. We would have to import the wood from Canada.
But it still will not be smart.
Yeah.
It's just better.
I don't know if we want to quickly go over the question from what's the benefit of being a snowbird or getting residency. There's one just right above there. What's the benefit of becoming a snowbird or staying a snowbird or getting residency?
Here it is. Go ahead, answer that.
Yeah, so as a U.S. or a Canadian citizen, you can stay here for 180 days a year. So why get residency? But if you're doing that every single year, it makes sense, especially if you have a pension of at least $1,000 as a single or $1,250 as a couple, because you have the benefit of getting a bank account and having some security to be able to come and go whenever you please. Having your e-cedula, you can do that residency line in the airport.
No return ticket needed. You
No
don't have to
Also
plan your trip
also
when you want to go.
It doesn't hurt to have a plan B.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's worth
Have
it.
it. And it only
Right,
costs
plan B.
$2,500, $3,000, and just with the pensionable discounts, you're going to save that in 2 to 3 years
Right.
anyway.
Yeah.
You get all those pensioner discounts.
Yeah.
25% on your flights. Come on.
All that money, you're gonna get it back eventually in the next few years.
Yeah, if you are eligible for Pensionato visa, it's one of the best programs in the world for a
100%
permanent
in the
residency.
world.
Nothing
In the
touches
world.
it. Okay, we're going to answer this family question.
The one with the family having to work, not sure of the visa I would get. My plan is to have an online business, also a registered massage therapist in Canada. Can I treat in Panama, or is that taking positions? If I started my own mini clinic, perhaps me and another one. So typically any sort of like medical profession is protected for Panamanians.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a gray zone depending on how you're selling it or marketing it. We definitely have a lot of expats in that field. So
It's a great song.
It's a great zone. But your online business, as long as your online business
All good.
income is coming from outside of Panama,
Yeah.
you can do that all you
It's all
want.
good.
No one's coming into your house. You're not taking a Panamanian job.
Yeah.
That's how I moved here. I moved with an online business.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. That is it, folks.
thanks for all the
We are good.
questions.
So
This is fun.
look us up again. Check our website, guys. If you got questions, keep them coming. Go, you can just hit the contact button or hit the other button and ask a specific question. Cherokee Highlands Tour, come on and get subscribed to our newsletter. You can do it right on the homepage because we're going to announce this list of Q&As on Sunday, the next 8 of them, all special.
And special
Yeah.
announcement.
And a
coming
special
soon.
announcement.
What is that special announcement?
I don't know, but it's gonna be
That's right.
special.
Okay.
Good.
Oh, well, anyhow.
My folks, thank you so much for your precious time. Much health, wealth, and happiness to all of you. Have a beautiful night. And I hope everyone back home is all doing good.
Hasta pronto.
Hasta pronto.
Hasta el próximo jueves.
Hasta el próximo jueves.
Próximo what?
Jueves.
Jueves. Thursday.
Every Thursday. Catch us here.
All righty. See you guys.
See everybody.